to Germany, the 12th race of the season, and interesting race coming up, if perhaps one of maybe a foregone conclusion. So the last race was a bit quirky. It was Britain, it was the first wet race of the season, and we ended up with a top 8 that had largely the lower teams in it, and Jacques Villeneuve. He should have had Montoya in there, but he went from 3rd to 10th somehow. The championship standings: Panis 38, Ralf Schumacher 37, Jacques Villeneuve 36, Juan Pablo Montoya 34, Michael Schumacher 33 is the top 5, and the cons: BAL Honda sit on 74, Williams on 71, McLaren on 56, and Ferrari on 54. They're the main contenders. So, a bit of a crazy grid, possibly a foregone conclusion, hopefully a decent score for Barrichello for once, and as is always the case, we have to let Murray take us through the grid.
Hockenheim is the venue for today's race, and conditions are superb for this high-speed circuit. We should see the very best from cars and drivers today as they reach speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour on this very fast German circuit.
In pole position, we have Ralf Schumacher. In second position, we see Alonso. Taking up 3rd position is Rubens Barrichello. And it's 4th position for Eddie Irvine. It's 5th position for Giancarlo Fisichella. In 6th position, Jean Alesi. Panis is on row 4 and in 7th position. Benaldi, 8th. It's 10th place for David Coulthard. Michael Schumacher is in 11th place. Heinz-Harald Frentzen is in 12th. Juan Pablo Montoya is on row 7. 14th place for Mika Häkkinen. In 15th spot we have Kimi Räikkönen. Gaston Massacane is in 16th spot. Jenson Button in 17th. 18th position for Nick Heidfeld. In 19th spot is Jarno Trulli. 20th is Jacques Villeneuve.
And we're on the grid already.
Onto the back of the grid now. And in 21st place we have Luciano Berti. And last
Quick before the auto director spoils everything. Mind you, I should stick with him one time. Come on, Ralph. Let's get a nice clean start. He should have Barrichello drafting behind him. Oh, Barrichello didn't get through. No, he didn't. And Ralph just needs to be, because Nando won't think twice about having a little go. He's quite aggressive on his gear, but he's dropping back. And Rubens needs to put a move on. He's thinking about it, and here he comes. Oh, but he just isn't as aggressive. And I don't think he's got that move done. I just want to see that everybody gets through. Oh, that was a bit tasty. So Ralph's off. And Barrichello's got the move done. He's obviously powered out of the corner. Man, it doesn't seem to be running as smoothly around here, the game. So, oh wow, how are you? Really? I need to get them the position, and Michael as well. I tell you what, Montoya and Michael have made some gains here. I wonder where that has happened. Here comes Ralph. Rubens is well clear, so there's going to be a fight now here behind Alonso. So the big guys look like they're making moves here already. So Irvine sitting 4th, DC 5th. Lazy 6th, Fisichella 7th. Montoya is up into the points in 8th, and he's managed to put Benaldi between him and Schumacher. Hakkinen's following him. So there's Panis. Panis has dropped behind those guys. Where's Villeneuve? So Villeneuve, excuse me, is getting caught up, and he's having to come through. There's Button, and you've got this little gaggle at the back, which Marquez. So Marquez has obviously caused this, and they're dropping back, and they probably will continue to drop back. Ralf might catch them. I hope he doesn't. So here you've got these two, and these two are serene. And you've got this battle behind them, and look at Montoya. How is Montoya up into 5th already? Montoya's flying. Where's Michael? Michael's down here in this battle for the lower points. Where did Michael go? Is there another little anomaly here? Okay. I thought it might have been one of those little anomalies where they break really early and lose loads of time. Michael's making little moves into 10th, but the Panis now starts to move towards the points. And he needs to. Villeneuve's dropped back to 16th. He's having trouble in there. So Ralf has got legs on Rubens. And here comes Coulthard and Montoya. So the long straights are what's doing it for the big guys. They're just getting a little bit darked out by the braking for the chicane though. Look, Marquez, Alonso held on there quite well. Montoya's looking lively. So the big guys are able to basically just draft past down the straights because it's the old circuit, I'm guessing. It was, wasn't it? Because Rubens got his. Didn't Rubens win his first race here? In the where it was like raining in the forest but dry in the stadium. Oh, there's a battle going on here. And it's Montoya and Coulthard, and once again Alonso has kindly pulled in front of him. That's it, Juan. Go on, Juan. Don't mess this podium up. He had a podium in his hands in the last race. As Lazy holds up this second part of this battle, and Montoya wastes another chance to get past. Here comes Hakkinen. Coulthard. And Montoya has he's drifted. And so Montoya and Coulthard have used the straight, and Montoya is in a podium position, and he probably won't catch Barrichello, but he's not a million miles behind. But Coulthard is a threat to Montoya. These two could fight. Montoya needs to just open it up, but I don't know if he will. So you've got Hakkinen up into 5th, so we've got a battle between the top guys. They've all got through quite quickly. Michael actually has been left behind, and Panis is now on the back of that little gaggle. And the slower cars are getting left behind. Here's Birdie. So this is a brilliant position for Williams. And if we can get the podium, if Montoya can get the podium that he missed out on in the last race, wow, what a position he would be in if he had managed to get that move done. He's just got some air on Coulthard, but now Coulthard's getting caught by his teammate. And actually, this is the first really fascinating race where the big guns are going at each other at the front. And Michael, is he going to put a move on Mika? He thought better of it. Mika's looking at his teammate. This is massive for McLaren. They need this badly to catch BAR, and Ferrari need more than 6th. And where is Barrichello? Oh, he's 2nd. Yeah, this is massive for Ferrari as well. Massive for Ferrari, because Rubens has done nothing all season. But this is Williams pulling away from, and the other two contenders catching up to BAR, and we'll see where BAR finish up. And Alonso is still holding this battle up, but they're going to be dropping back at a rate of knots to the leading group. So but 7th at the moment is the best Panis can hope for. And it's literally just your BARs. Where's Villeneuve? Villeneuve's in 14th, he's still struggling with the Jordans, he's been fighting with them all race. Look at this, this is kind of like the normal pace level, isn't it? The Saubers would be fighting with the Arrows. Fighting properly, look at that. Yoss is at the back of that. Marquez continues, he's only on a start-finish straight. So the big guys lock out the top 6 places, and the BAR are conspicuous by their absence, and Hakkinen is having trouble holding off Michael. And here comes Michael, and he's just nailed who I think is the 2nd fastest guy on the game, and grabbed himself an extra point, and now he's going to be off after Coulthard because he's quicker than Coulthard and he's quicker than Montoya as well. And now the podium starts to look a little bit in threat for Montoya. The double podium for Williams starts to come under threat. But Michael, if he gets held up by DC, Mika might re-nail him. Like that. He's having a go. But how quickly these guys just blitzed past the field down those long stairs. It doesn't bode well from, it bodes well from Monza as well, although it's nowhere near the level. You've obviously got the Kemmel of Belgium as well, but that's only one straight. The straights here in Germany into the old Hockenheim, they're epic. From Hakkinen. Are we going to see a Ferrari any moment? We are. Only just though. So who's got this? We're literally side by side. And there's Hakkinen. Hakkinen's got the position back, so you knew it was going to happen. So this could be these two bogged down in 5th. As Montoya seems to slowly, gradually inch away from... Is he catching Barrichello? Not really. And Alonso still has 7th. Fair play to him. If he gets points here, epic effort. Hakkinen again having his troubles with the championship favourite. Is Michael the favourite still? See, now Coulthard will be happy to see this. Oh, Michael ran a bit wide there. And they've just inched closer to actually fighting each other, has inched them closer to Coulthard, and you think that Michael is within range here. And if Michael gets past, could Hakkinen take advantage? It needs to be monumental from there, Michael. And instead he comes under pressure again. And Michael just drafts past Mika. And they're lazy as a block for Panis. And now Villeneuve, the 2 BARs, that they'll probably springboard forwards now, because when they're lying astern they seem to just rain people in. They're sort of fighting each other at the moment though, and they've lost ground going into the chicane. But this is the battle, this is the race. Close here. And this is surely worth a stab for Schumacher to get 4th. And he's going for it. And it's only 2.5 seconds between Montoya and Coulthard, and Coulthard's fends him off. Huge moment. And Michael's not done yet. So Shui's lapping quickest, and he's behind people. Michael again. Can he have a look into the chicane here? This is a good chance. He doesn't. Oh. Half go. So Ralph's leading. Barrichello, Montoya, Coulthard, Schumacher and Hakkinen in this pitch fight. With the BARs just outside the points the last time we checked. And here comes Michael again. He's really trying here. And here he is. Again Coulthard and Hakkinen. The McLarens gang up, and it's over. It's impossible to know when the crowd is cheering. Barrichello 2nd, Montoya 3rd, Coulthard gets 4th, Shuey 5th, Hakkinen 6th. There's that war at the end, and Alonso still sits 7th, and he's frustrating the heck out of these BARs. One of them's crept into the points. We can't see which one. I think it might be. Surely that's Panis. Now Williams take a 3rd win in 4 races and have a commanding position in the championship now. Ferrari and McLaren have bounced back on BAR massively, but BAR will have the grid position by not much, but they'll have an advantage at the next race. But Montoya's drive to 3rd place is massive for the championship, the cons. And Michael not being able to get Coulthard meant he couldn't get Montoya and get a big podium that he needed, because his brother is starting to just push away from him. Rubens needed that. That's going to jump him into the top 10 quite a way, and he's been struggling badly all season. Ending a lap down in one of the races didn't help him. Crazy race. So the grid for the next race is traditional in terms of a reverse grid race, and we're at Hungary, so in many ways this is a setup for what could be a good day for the smaller teams, because it's going to be hard to pass there. But then of course we go back to Monza, and if the big teams are near the front, well, similar race to this one. But get in, Williams. So what a round for Williams. 2 guys in a podium. Ralf wins, Montoya 3rd. Massive statement. It's their 3rd win in 4 races, and given the fact that before that first win they were struggling to get one on the board, they now have 3 between them, and Ralf now has a 9-point lead over anybody who is not his teammate, and he has a 7-point lead over his teammate, which is largely Juan Pablo's fault, because he and Williams could be in even better position if he had maximised some of his results. But it's his rookie season. Panis didn't score and has dropped away a little bit, and hasn't. 11th place gives him an advantage over the other people in the battle, in the title battle, but yeah, he needs to be getting on with it next race. But Michael did score. Michael got 5th, and he's been so up and down since that Monaco crash, but he is just squeezing points in, and he's dropped 10 points behind the leader, but the rate that he scores and his ability to just turn up one time, you can't rule him out. But he's starting now to just slide down the hill a little bit. DC, brilliant 4th place for him. McLaren have been so bitty this season, but there they are with 2 wins. You know, there they are with the joint equal amount of highest wins. And DC is only a point behind Michael, but he does seem a little bit like he's treading water, and you wonder what's going to come of him. His teammate Hockenheim, he really needed that 6th place, which is a nice 3-point grab, which sort of lifts him into the top 10 ahead of Button and makes him a little bit more relevant. He's still giving up 8 points to his teammate though, on the same number of DNFs. Alonso gets his 2nd and Minardi's 3rd point of the season. They get 2 points actually, which is keeping them nicely above the battle they're having with Prost. And there's a good chance that you know, are they going to prevail there? There's still so many races where they're both likely to be near the front of the grid. And Villeneuve, I can't remember if I mentioned him, Villeneuve got BAR's only point this week. So seeing Williams getting a double podium and only bagging you see Montoya coming through the field is the real thing there, because Ralf was always on for that. They were always on for a little bit of pain, BAR, but Villeneuve, he probably thought that himself and Panis would just do a little bit more than they did. And at one point Panis was ahead of Villeneuve and they were lapping together, so Villeneuve has got the jump on him there. But brilliant week. Brilliant race for Williams. And it's going to get difficult for them at the next race. They're going to be at the back, but let's see what they can do. I think that is the 11th round, I believe. It might be the 12th round, so I think we're off to round 13 next. Yeah, just a massive week in the cons. I mean, a double podium at any time, and just look at it, 12 points. Montoya's drive through the field, like I say, was really the big factor, grabbing the extra 6 points. So 12 points clear of BAR, who really struggled. They only scored a point, and that's quite a devastating week. But it is far from over yet with the 4, 5, 6 rounds that we've got left to go. Double point score for Ferrari as well. Very good double point score, but still giving away 21 points to Williams. They actually lost ground despite that brilliant double point score, and so did McLaren. Ferrari just got a little bit of a drop on McLaren and have moved ahead in their little battle. And this little top 4 battle, although now you're looking at 23 points from McLaren to Williams, that is a big gap, and it starts to suggest that McLaren are being squeezed out of the bag a little bit. Largely status quo through the rest of the field, although Minardi did put 2 points on the battle they're having with Prost. Nobody else scored, so very, very well, massive race for the big guns, the top 4, and this track was always going to suggest that. Next up is Hungary, I believe, so a nice setup for that race, but I'm not entirely sure if it's one where there is much overtaking, although if I remember rightly, the nature of Hungary's corners means we can get a lot of side-to-side racing, so I might be wrong on that. I'm optimistic for a good race. I hope you are too, and we'll see you in Budapest.